there, welcome to week 4 of summer reading, our third video in our how to craft series for the summer. This week we're going to be making duct tape wallets. So I'm going to show you something a little different. Instead of just, one pocket wallet, we're going to do pockets for like your credit cards or your library cards. So first thing you want to do is you want to measure off 4 9-inch strips to start. And if it's not exactly 9 inches, I mean, that's not a big deal. Just approximately. And you're just going to layer them across each other with probably a 1/2 inch overlap, just to help them stabilize and stick together better, but not make them too bulky. And again, if they're not exact, it's okay. We're going to trim it up later. So just lay them out across each other. Okay, and now that we've got this layer of 4 all laid out, we're going to take another layer of 4 9-inch strips, but we're going to put them sticky side to sticky side. Leaving about a 1/2 inch again from the top. Okay, now we have both sides of our base duct tape, and you want to take the overlap and just fold it over to give us a nice pretty top seam, and you want to roll it and do the same thing. Now if you're worried about your duct tape sticking to things, you can also use wax paper instead of cardboard to kind of help it not stick as much. So now there's our base, and what we want to do is trim off the, ugly edges. So you want to measure, probably start with that 9 and just trim the sides. Again, doesn't have to be exact, just as close as you can get it, as straight as you can get it. And then it can go down to about 8.5. So our finished wallet will be probably about 8 inches after the fold, or before the fold. So and some duct tape, you can see the line, and that'll help you cut a little bit straighter. Just, that's a pro tip. Okay. So now here's this part. We're going to set it aside, and we're going to work on making some pockets for our cards. Go. Okay, the first thing we're going to do for our pockets is we're going to measure out 2 strips right about 5 inches long. And again, don't worry if it's not 100% exact, or if the duct tape would rather stick to you than itself. That's normal. We've got our 2 overlapping strips, and then we're going to do the same thing, put 2 more 5-inch strips right over top of them. Leaving a little bit, there we go. And these can be exactly, because we're going to put a trim around them. Measure. Okay, and now that we've got it just about 5 inches, we're going to trim it again just to make it, a little bit prettier edges. So I'm going to start with cutting a 1/2 inch off of one side, And again, you can follow the lines. It's so much easier to get it straight. And I'm going to cut it at a 1/2 inch on the other side so that it is 4 inches. So get it started on the line and just follow the line across. So there we have the beginning of our first pocket. And if the top and bottom edges look a little rough, it's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to take another strip and we're actually going to cut this strip in half so we can use it as the trim. Now, the cool thing about duct tape is it comes in all shapes, colors, and patterns. And you might be able to find some that have a design on it that you want to use. Like, there are even some that are characters. Like, I know there are Angry Birds and all kinds of other stuff. There's, you probably could even find Batman duct tape. So, the endless possibilities. So, there's our top trim. And I'm just going to snip it. And our bottom trim. So now let's set that pocket aside. Okay, so now we have all of our pocket pieces cut and trimmed. We're going to actually make the pocket part. Now we want to start with the biggest part, and then the next part down. You want to, don't put the second one all the way down, and then take another piece of cut in half tape and put it across the bottom so that your card doesn't sink all the way down. So that we've got that, and then the next one goes all the way to the bottom, and we want to stretch another little piece, a half cut piece across it, and fold it over, trim that, trim that. Then we want to take and assemble it together with the actual wallet. So we've got our big wallet part here, and we want to take and line this up at the top. And we're going to take another piece of our tape and line it all the way. That one's probably a little too short because we want to line it from the very top of the wallet all the way down. So that will be held together. And then we want to take and fold our wallet in half. So experimentation, as it turned out, 3 pockets was too long for the wallet, so we just did 2. And so you want to line that up at the top here and take your trim and just fold it so the pockets will stay where they're supposed to. And you want to do the same thing on this side, just so the pockets will stay where they're supposed to. Alright, and then you want to fold your wallet over at about the halfway point. And we're going to take a little bit more trim. Just cut that in half. So take our final piece of tape and seal this side together. And this side together. Cut off any excess duct tape you got going on. And there you have a bifold wallet. made out of duct tape, very economical. And you even have a way to keep your cards. And if you have some clear plastic, you can even use this to make a spot for your driver's license. So there we have it. Week number 4, all ready to go. Hope you guys have fun with it.